For some reason, I find driving around in GTA and reading Reddit stories relaxing. It makes no sense, but today we're going to look at some relationship stories and definitely judge them. This first story just goes to show why a lot of online relationships never work. I, 29F, am traveling overseas to meet my online boyfriend, 38M, in a week. He just said he had to cancel. I met someone online through r/pen pals about 5 months ago. It started off with us getting to know each other, and it turns out we had a lot in common and were really compatible. I think it's safe to say we fell for each other. It quickly turned intense and we shared every single intimate detail about each other. We were both in serious relationships that fell through, but some time had gone by for us. My 7-year relationship ended about 10 months ago, 5 months before we met, and his 4-year relationship ended 4 months before we met. We text all day, every day, and FaceTime for 2 to 3 hours every night. He lives in Ireland and I live in the US. I found an incredibly priced flight to visit him. We were both so excited and maybe a bit rash. I booked the flight only after 2 months of knowing him. He told his family about me, shared photos of his family, and we planned all that I was going to do and see with him. At 5:30 this morning, I received a video message and a long text saying that his ex-girlfriend was in a serious car accident and that he would have to cancel. I've begged him not to, and I am trying to be supportive of what he is going through. So far, at most, I've only gotten that he will try, that he needs to sort this out. I'm freaking out because in 7 days, I will be in a country where I don't know anyone. Do I cancel the flight? I've been telling my friends about going on a trip, not really saying that I'm meeting somebody. The day later, I decided to FaceTime my online boyfriend to say the things I wanted to say and to end things. He tried to get me to postpone my trip and even tried to give me money to make me less mad at him. I told him whatever we had was over, as I could no longer trust him. He cried, which made me feel weird. I wished him and his ex the best and ended the call. I went on my trip anyway and had a top-class time. The Reddit community really astounds me sometimes. I received a lot of PMS with suggestions of things to do and see, and the trip to Ireland became a trip of a lifetime. In Dublin, I did meet up with a very kind Redditor who showed me around the city and came with me to a bunch of museums during my stay. I saw amazing sights, met a bunch of really cool people through my travels, and met a few really cute Irish boys. I learned a lot about myself on my first solo trip abroad. I am pretty self-reliant, and I did a lot of self-reflection. This relationship was my first serious one after my ex and I split up. I think in my desire for closeness with someone, I ignored a lot of red flags and downplayed my self-worth. I am now focusing on making real connections with people I meet in real life and have decided to stay away from anything long distance indefinitely. My first night in Belfast, I did message him, "Damn you, delicious Irish beers," after I had what was probably too many beers, and he said he was sorry, but it was what it had to be. It didn't really seem sincere, and it extinguished any romantic notions I had. Good on her for still going on that trip alone. And it's funny how she ended up meeting some cute Irish boys. I think it was meant to be. Alright, so that story had somewhat of a happy ending. This next one? Not so much. This is one of those typical cheating stories where one person finds something on the other's phone they weren't supposed to see. I, 26F, opened my husband's 32M Snapchat and it was a very picture and caption from a girl. He's sitting not 20 feet from me and I don't know how to handle this. I've been with my husband for 5 years, married for 1.5. I've never once doubted his fidelity. He's great, super smart, funny, handsome, and, I thought, loyal. He's never given me reason to doubt him or be suspicious. I thought it was kind of odd when he downloaded Snapchat. He's not big on social media. I have one, but I'm not very active. We rarely snap each other. He said his friends were really active and he liked it better than Facebook, so I thought nothing of it. As I said, I've never had any reason not to trust him. This morning my husband was in the shower and left his phone on my nightstand. I was half asleep when his phone started chirping and woke me up. We both have the same phone and ringtone for text messages. Not knowing that he had put his phone on my nightstand for whatever reason, I thought it was my phone in my half-asleep state. Despite his black phone case, mine is green, I didn't even notice, and I looked at who had texted. It said, "Mom." Okay, my mom texted me. I can ignore that until I'm actually awake. But under that was a Snapchat notification. A snap from someone named Roxy. I was like, who the hell is Roxy and why is she Snapchatting me? I opened it and bam, it's a picture of a pussy. And not the meowing kind with 4 legs and a tail. The caption said, "I want your tongue inside me again." Now, I immediately thought it was a mistake, but I was alert now after being awoken by a I pretty quickly realized that this was my husband's phone. I felt like I was going to crap the bed and started to sweat. I looked at his contacts on Snapchat, and she has a yellow heart next to her name. I looked up what the hell that means, and it means they are best friends. What the hell? I feel like I'm going to be sick. I didn't do any other snooping because honestly, I know what I'll find. I just don't understand how he could do this. We're happy. I thought we were happy. Here's the real kicker. I'm almost 12 weeks pregnant with our first child. He's sitting in the recliner about 20 feet from me, and I just can't find the words to confront him. How do I say what I need to say? There is no way I am somehow overreacting or misreading the situation, is there? I'm heartbroken and don't know what to do. Oh man, the fact that she's pregnant with their first child makes this even worse. She ended up confronting him about it, and here's how it went down. My husband cheated. He has been since maybe 2 weeks before last Christmas, according to him. I was very calm when confronting him and told him that he needs to explain to me who Roxy is and why she is his best friend on Snapchat. His face gave him away immediately, but he still tried to lie to me at first. He said that she works with his friend, and they met when his friend invited her out to lunch with the two of them. At first, he claimed he only met her about 2 months ago. He said that they're best friends because he doesn't receive many Snapchats from others, and she is extremely active on the app. He said she just sends randoms and is really into fitness, so she sends a lot of inspirational snaps on being healthy and living a better life. He said that every once in a while he'll send her something back, like a picture of a cheeseburger or something just to tease her about her level of health consciousness. First, I asked why he didn't just tell me about her. He said he didn't even think about it because she's just an acquaintance, not even a friend. Then I asked if he'd ever received anything even remotely inappropriate from her. He answered with, "Not on purpose." I'm assuming he went with that because he knew I opened that Snapchat and he probably knew it was a bad one. I asked what "not on purpose" means. He got very defensive. He started raising his voice and saying he doesn't need to explain what that means, that sometimes people accidentally send the wrong Snapchats to the wrong people. Then he had the nerve to say something along the lines of, "I feel like I'm on trial here. People warned me that you'd get crazy when you're pregnant, but I never thought it'd be this bad." I became furious. For him to try to blame this on me being pregnant, how unoriginal and offensive. Long story short, he said he'd never seen me this crazy, and I told him that I'd never seen a picture of another girl's pussy on my husband's Snapchat before. He came back with that I shouldn't have looked at his Snapchat. I came back with that it was an accident, but even if it hadn't been, there shouldn't be any reason he's receiving Snapchats like that for me to see, accidentally or not, in the first place. I told him that I may be pregnant, but I'm also an intelligent person, and I am his wife, so I knew he was lying and I deserved to know the truth. I asked if I could see his text messages to see if he's been texting Roxy. He said sure, no messages. Then I asked to see his Facebook messages. He looked like a kid caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He told me no. I asked why. He finally broke and started to cry. He told me he couldn't let me see the messages because they would hurt me, because they were inappropriate. Then it all came out. They screwed in the back seat of her car the first night they met. It's been an ongoing affair for months. No, they did not always use protection. Although I was recently screened for I'll be getting checked again in light of this information. My uncle already assured me that if he was unfaithful, we would cream him in court. Really, the only thing I'm willing to fight him tooth and nail for is our home. I put a lot of effort and money into making this home my dream space. I won't be seeking spousal support, but I will seek child support. I'm obviously heartbroken and told him to go stay in a hotel or with Roxy for all I cared. I confronted him last night. My mom and sister stayed with me last night and let me sob all over them for hours. Right now, I'm sort of numb, but I'm also thinking very clearly. I know what my next 10 moves are, and I feel supported and secure in my decision to leave him and keep my baby. Here's to hoping for a speedy divorce. I'm ready to be done with this marriage, which is crazy because just a few days ago, I thought my life was as close to perfect as you could get. What a story, and what a douche that husband is. Cheating on your pregnant wife is a coward move. But yeah, that was it for the stories for now. Hope you enjoyed.